Hello everyone. In the last lecture we have discussed about the formation of depletion layer and barrier potential in PN junction. Okay. Now today we will discuss about the biasing of PN junction. Now biasing of PN junction can be done by two ways. The first is by forward biasing and second is by reverse biasing. Okay. Now this is the P-type semiconductor, this is the N-type semiconductor, and this is the junction formed between the two semiconductors, and this is the depletion layer. Now this is a battery. When positive terminal of battery is connected to the P-type semiconducting material and negative terminal of battery is connected to the N-type semiconductor, then the junction is said to be a forward biased. Means P-type semiconductor is connected to positive terminal of battery and N-type semiconductor is connected to the negative terminal of battery, then the junction is said to be forward bias. Now we know that in P-type semiconductor the majority charge carriers are holes and minority charge carriers are electrons, and in N-type semiconductor the majority charge carriers are electrons and minority charge carriers are holes. Okay. Now holes are shown by this empty circle, electrons are shown by the filled circle. Now when the junction is forward bias means positive terminal of battery is connected to P-type material and negative terminal of battery is connected to N-type material. During this condition, the majority charge carrier holes in the P-type semiconductor, they are repelled by the positive terminal of the battery and hence they move towards the junction. Similarly, the majority charge carrier electrons in N-type semiconductor are repelled by the negative terminal of the battery, and these majority charge carrier electrons they move towards the junction. Okay. Therefore, the majority charge carrier electrons and holes move towards the junction, and near the junction they recombine with each other, and therefore large amount of current is flowing through the junction, because all the majority charge carriers they are moving towards the junction. As they come near the junction they recombine with each other, and due to this recombination a very large amount of current is flowing through the junction, and hence we can say that the junction offers a low resistance here. Means when the PN junction is forward bias or PN junction diode is forward bias, large amount of current flows through the junction, and that time the junction offers a low resistance. Means during forward bias condition the PN junction has a low resistance. Okay. Now due to the forward biasing, what is happening? Means when we apply this external voltage, okay, by positive terminal to the P-type and negative terminal to the N-type, that time it is forward bias, and during this forward bias condition, due to this external applied voltage, the width of this depletion layer it decreases. The width of depletion layer decreases during the forward bias condition, and as the width of depletion layer is decreased, the value of barrier potential that is also decreased. Means during the forward bias condition the depletion layer width is reduced and barrier potential value is also reduced. Now the second type, that is the reverse biased PN junction. Now PN junction can be reverse biased when negative terminal of battery is connected to P-type and positive terminal of battery is connected to the N-type material. Now here we are only replacing the terminals of the battery, then the junction is reverse bias here. Means negative terminal of battery is connected to the P-type semiconductor and positive terminal of battery is connected to the N-type conductor. Okay, N-type semiconductor. Now during this condition this majority charge carrier holes, they are attracted towards the negative terminal of the battery, and majority charge carrier electrons in the n-type semiconductor, they are attracted towards the positive terminal of the battery. Means during this condition, the majority charge carrier electrons and holes, they are pulled away from the junction and are attracted towards the terminals of the battery. Therefore, all the majority charge carriers, they are attracted towards the terminals of the battery, and therefore what will happen? There will be no current flowing through the junction. And during the reverse bias condition, as there is no current flowing through the junction will offer a high resistance. And during forward bias junction offers low resistance, but during the reverse bias junction, the junction offers a high resistance because no current is flowing through the junction, because all the majority charge carriers, they are attracted towards the junction here. Okay. Now we are saying that there is no current flowing through this junction, but practically a very small amount of current flows through the junction. But if we record the current, practically we get a very small amount of current flowing through the junction, and this small amount of current is due to these minority charge carrier electrons present in p-type material and minority charge carrier hole present in the n-type material. Because during the reverse bias condition, the minority charge carriers, they are repelled by the terminals of the battery. In p-type, the minority charge carriers are electrons. Electrons are repelled by negative terminal of battery, hence they are attracted towards the junction. Similarly, the minority charge carrier holes in n-type material are repelled by the positive terminal of the battery, and they are attracted towards the junction. And due to this minority charge carriers, a very small amount, almost a negligible amount of current is flowing through the junction. Theoretically, we can say that there is no current flowing through the junction, but practically a very small amount of current flows through the junction due to the motion of minority charge carriers towards the junction. So this is the working of forward bias PN junction and reverse bias PN junction. Okay, and from this forward biasing and reverse biasing, we can explain the current voltage characteristics of a PN junction. Current voltage characteristics means the IV characteristics of a PN junction. Okay, I means current, V means voltage. Okay. Now the junction can be biased in two ways. One is the forward biasing and another is the second biasing. Now this figure, it shows the IV characteristics of PN junction during forward bias condition as well as reverse bias condition. Now if we consider this first quadrant, okay, the first quadrant of this graph, it represents the forward biasing of PN junction, and the third quadrant of this graph, it represents the reverse biasing of the PN junction. Now first we will discuss about this forward biasing. Now during forward biasing, this is the applied voltage. Okay, we call it as the forward voltage here. This is positive x-axis, we called it as forward voltage. Negative axis, we call it as reverse voltage. Same is the case here. Negative y-axis, that is current, we call it as forward current, which is measured in milliampere, and negative y-axis, that is called as the current denoted by IR, which is measured in microampere. This is IR means it is the reverse current. Okay, means during forward bias condition, when the external applied voltage, which is applied across the PN junction, okay, that is increased from 0, it is observed that when the external applied voltage is increased from 0, a very small amount of forward current is flowing through the junction, okay. But when the external applied voltage exceeds the value of this barrier potential, that time what is happening? The current is continuously increasing, because when the external applied voltage exceeds the value of barrier potential, the potential barrier is eliminated. The barrier is eliminated, and therefore a very large amount of current starts flowing through the junction, and hence after the external voltage crosses the value of this barrier potential, there is a sudden rise in the current flowing through the junction. The current increases very rapidly, okay. Now the voltage at which the current starts to increase rapidly, that voltage is called as the knee voltage. This is the value of knee voltage. What is knee voltage? It is the voltage at which the current starts to increase rapidly, and this knee voltage, it is equal to the value of barrier potential. The knee voltage is equal to the value of barrier potential, okay. So this curve, that is the forward biasing PN junction curve, it is almost linear. It is having a linear characteristics. But when the junction is reverse biased, when the junction is reverse biased, practically a very small amount of current is flowing through the junction, and this current is due to the minority charge carriers. This is the current which is very small. The value of current is very small during the reverse bias condition, okay. But as the reverse voltage is high, that time what will happen? At high reverse voltage, the kinetic energy of the minority charge carrier electrons becomes high, and due to this high kinetic energy, some of the electrons are knocked out from the semiconductor atoms. Some of the electrons are knocked out from the semiconductor atoms, and as the electrons are knocked out from the semiconductor atoms, the covalent bond gets break. As the covalent bond gets break, there will be a sudden rise in the current, and this sudden rise in current will break the junction. There is sudden rise in current, and this sudden rise in current will break the junction, okay. And therefore the voltage at which the current, reverse current, increases very rapidly, that voltage is called as the breakdown voltage, which is denoted by VBR. Means above the value of this breakdown voltage, the junction gets completely damaged. The junction gets breakdown above this breakdown voltage value. So this is the explanation of IV characteristics of PN junction diode. This is forward bias characteristics, and this is reverse bias characteristics, okay. So the next topic we will discuss in the next lecture. Thank you everyone.